Warning, this podcast, website, and associated social media accounts are intended for audiences of legal drinking age. We do not advocate overconsumption or the abuse of alcohol. Never drink and drive, drink responsibly. And please remember to always take what we say with a grain of salt. After all, we are just some dudes with some brews.
We started out by crawling out from under the thumb of the man. We're lovers of God with dad bods, just trying to feed our fam. Go sit right there and grab a beer, you know just what to do. Throw it back, get hammered, and listen to Dudes and Brews.
Let's do it, bro. Got that clap.
All right, so we've got merch now, guys. So everybody needs to go check out Teespring website. We'll have it in the description. I'll put up some kind of dumb banner here, but we've got merch now, so everybody needs to go check that out.
I've got to get one of those shirts, especially the ones that say "hitting" on the back end.
Dude, we're gonna do it.
I gotta get some khakis, man.
No, you won't.
No, we don't have Dudes and Brews khakis, but we got shirts.
You need some of those yoga pants.
Yeah.
So, one of the things I wanted to talk about was Community Beer Company. So we're talk about this and then we'll get into a beer. But basically, I saw this today on Instagram, and what they've done is they actually bought silos. They bought grain silos.
Awesome.
And if you read this, I'm just going to read this little caption here, and then I'm going to ask you guys a question. So it says, "We've got silos, folks. This is big news for us. The first time in the community history, we will have grain silos to make brewing more efficient than it has ever been. For the last 8 years, we have been milling in every bag of grain for every single batch of beer by hand. Can you imagine how excited our brewing team is for this awesome addition to our facility?"
Man, I'm pumped for them.
Well, the question is, I thought craft beer was literally doing everything by hand. If they're no longer doing things by hand, are they still considered craft beer?
That's a good question.
Well, it's kind of like, are you still an artist if you went and you didn't make the paint yourself?
Well, then,
You know what I mean?
would you
Still
call
crafted it together?
Yeah.
Then would you call Budweiser craft?
No, because it's one formula and they put it through a factory and a robot makes it.
They have a
not
lot of
handcrafted.
different formulas, though. They have a lot of different varieties of beer.
But it's kind of like the difference between a scratch kitchen and a kitchen that just pumps out, like, I don't know, TGI Fridays.
So what is the difference then? Because I don't know that I understand.
I still think they have the community vibe, right? I still think they're kind of on that scale. I think it depends on scalability. I don't know.
Like a part of me says, "Do you have a tap room? Can I go in and take a look at it?"
Does Budweiser have a tap room?
I don't know.
So you're trying to pull their craft beer card right now.
No, I don't know.
I feel like he is.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
I
vouch
don't know.
for 'em.
Are they getting too big time? Maybe they are. Maybe they're not. I love community beer. Like, don't
I
get
do
me
too.
wrong.
I think, yeah.
They do a great job.
Yes.
They have the, gosh dang, they have a really good, it's the Mosaic IPA.
Oh, yeah.
Really good. They
I know
have
who they are now, yeah.
A really good coriander and orange peel wheat. That's good. So they do really good beer. Like, don't get me wrong.
I agree.
And I'm going to continue to drink their beer. I'm just curious, at what point does a brewery, are they no longer considered craft?
Well, go ahead.
Honestly, I'm lost. I'm a little lost about the whole grain thing. Walk me through what's happening here.
Yeah, because I think we've seen this kind of I'll use scalability again, where they step up their production line or they step up their, their help me out here.
Yeah, what's the grain? What's the difference?
Yeah, what's the difference?
So I thought all breweries had to have some sort of.
So the way that I was
Things like
understanding
that.
it is that what they do is they buy grain in bulk. So they buy like 50, 100-pound bags of grain.
Okay.
And then depending on the recipe, depends on how much of what type of grain they put into the mash tun. So they'll actually pour it into the mash tun. They'll get that 50-pound bag and they say, this takes 100 pounds. Let's pour this in there. They'll cut the bag open and pour it in by hand.
So to your point,
what I'm understanding that they're doing is they bought grain silos, which what I understand a grain silo is just a giant container you fill with grain. And then I would think you go over there with a bucket, dump it in, and you still weigh it out the same way you would. It's just you're housing it in a giant vat.
Right.
That's the way that I understood it. But when I hear that they used to do it by hand, is the way that they're specifically saying it. For the last 8 years, we've been milling by hand. It makes me think that they're no longer going to be doing it by hand.
And every bag of grain for every single batch of beer. What does milling mean?
So it literally means, so what they do is they get like the barley, and it actually means it crushes it.
Okay.
So it's
All
like
right.
crushing the barley, and that's what kind of lets some of the sugars come out into the actual water to make the mash. So maybe it's an electronic miller. Maybe they really are out there like hand grinding the grain.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Man.
But it just made me ask the question: at what point does a brewery, are they no longer considered craft? Are they considered
Yeah.
like a
Distributor.
distributor? Yeah.
That makes sense. I don't know. I think to your point though, does it change the chemistry behind it? Does it change the
I mean, I
know,
would
like-
think that they're still going to be weighing things, still putting in the same amount. So I don't think like the recipes are going to be
the
changing.
recipe? Yeah.
Yeah. So really, it's just a process of like breaking it down.
Yeah.
Like you said, grinding it into a flour, removing the husk, breaking the kernel. So what I guess the part I'm still confused about is how are these silos that just hold the grain going to keep them from doing that manual process?
So I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking that there is some sort of a miller at the bottom of these silos
Yeah.
that mills it, and then like they put it into a bucket, a 5-gallon bucket, and
Mm-hmm.
weigh it, and then transfer it to the
It's almost like
thing
you
by
got to
hand. But I don't know if that's really what's happening. When I read this, I read it as, hey, we're doing it by hand now, but we're not going to be doing it by hand in the future.
Wow.
All right, so I'm taking it back to my chef analogy.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
And I'm going to say it's still craft.
Okay.
They're adding a sous chef. You know what I
Okay.
mean? It's
Yeah.
just
Okay.
it's a little robotic, but somebody's cutting it up for them.
Yeah,
But they're
okay.
still having to throw the ingredients in, mix it
Yeah.
up, you know.
Now, is this the first time that you've ever seen grain silos be added to a craft brewery?
It's the first time that I think I've noticed it. They may,
Yeah.
everybody may have them. They just may be late to
I
the
think that's
thing. I don't know.
amazing. Yeah, I think that's awesome. I can get behind it.
Like they may just be behind. I have no idea. This may be a normal thing. It just made me think about it
Yeah.
a little bit. It made
Yeah.
me have questions.
Yeah.
Makes sense,
But-
man. I think they're valid questions.
Yeah.
Are they valid?
I think they're valid.
It's valid. I mean, you're questioning whether they're a craft brewer anymore.
Well, so, well, no,
Trying
not
to pull
necessarily
their
just
card,
them,
Joe.
just in general. But
yeah.
speaking of beer, you
Yeah, I'll
you
get a
want to
beer.
pull one of these out
Let's do it.
and grab me a glass while you're there, if you don't mind.
So where's Community? Where are they out of, Joe?
They're out of Dallas somewhere.
I love that picture, by the way.
Yeah.
You want a glass?
Yeah. This is fine.
Cool.
I mean, unless you were gonna take it.
No, here you go.
Right on.
Ryan,
You
want
got?
a glass?
Yeah, I'll take a glass.
I'll take this one.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Yeah, they're in Texas. I know that much.
I mean, they're out of the Dallas
I was
area.
gonna
Yeah, it
say,
just
they're
says Dallas.
Keeping tradition alive in Texas. Grain silos.
yeah.
Right
Come on, what's more Texan than a couple of big tanks of grains?
I agree, man. Yeah,
I don't
you're
know.
not
Maybe
pulling
some
the-
cows. Maybe
yeah,
that.
Yeah. Well, they did have the 1-ton Dodge backed up to a warehouse next to some grain silos, so it doesn't get any more country than that.
Yeah.
Right.
More Texas than that, I should say.
Are we supposed to shake it up?
So no, it actually infuses as soon as you pop the top.
Okay.
Yeah, so nitrogen infused.
So yeah, they're out of Dallas. They're like off of 35.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
But, so what'd you bring for us today here, bud?
Well, so I have to give props where props are due.
Mm-hmm.
So I was gifted these Guinness. These are draft stouts. Did I say that right?
Yep.
Okay. St. James Gate, Dublin, Ireland. These are Guinness.
Dublin.
Dublin.
Oh, now's the time for my Irish accent.
Oh, man.
No, if not now, then we.
I just unlocked something in Larry over there.
Yes.
I did. So
So
it says,
have you
okay.
ever had a Guinness before?
So, no.
Okay, this
No.
is going to be an experience.
Yeah.
I've never had one out of a can. I've had the bottle, which is the international one.
Okay.
And I've had Guinness out of tap. But I've never had
Okay.
a nitro like in a can.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've had it out of a can. There's like a ball inside of it. I don't know why.
Yeah.
We're gonna
That's
find
why I asked
out.
if I was supposed to shake it. Like I didn't
Right.
know.
So I will say I haven't had a Guinness outside of what we're drinking tonight. So it says best enjoyed poured into a glass. Yeah, and it
This
does.
is why you don't
Yeah.
shake it.
So you pop it immediately.
Oh, because you did shake
'Cause
it.
As soon as you pop
Uh.
it, that's where you get the thick cream foam, right? So you pop that sucker immediately, and then pour. Go ahead and do your pour, and you'll notice the rich, creamy head on this.
I like how he knows, as if he's drank
man.
a lot of these.
Yeah, I have drinking a few of these. This exact one, that is.
Okay, so I Googled it, and it says here a widget, I guess is what's inside of the beer.
Okay.
A widget is a hollow spherical piece of plastic with a tiny hole in it. It looks like a ping pong ball. During the canning process, brewers add pressurized nitrogen to the brew, which trickles into the hole through or along with a little bit of beer.
Look at that.
So I guess they put that thing on there and let it go through that. I don't know. I don't get it.
I think they just infused the whole beer with nitrogen, and then somehow it gets trapped in that ball. But it's like, how is that ball enough to activate the whole beer?
Let's keep reading here.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
keep
it's
trying to
wild.
solve.
When you open the beer, the pressure inside the can drops to equalize with the pressure in the room. Since the pressure inside the widget is still much higher than the pressure in the beer around it,
Okay.
the nitrogenated beer from inside the widget squirts into the beer, providing a burst of tiny bubbles of nitrogen gas that rise to the top of the beer, giving a thick, creamy head. You
Bloop, bloop,
get
bloop,
straight from the tap.
I'm
so
excited about this
it
one.
It helps with the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. So, like I said, Guinness was never my go-to until I was gifted these, and I can get behind these.
So I got to tell you a story.
All right, what do you
And
got?
Joe, you might remember this, dude. Remember the first time I ever had a Guinness beer? You were with me.
Was it when we went out for your birthday?
It was for my birthday.
No,
it was an experience.
So that was the first time.
First time I ever had it. Do you remember how I described it?
I remember going, oh yeah, well that tastes like soy sauce.
No. Well, yeah, soy sauce, but remember corduroy.
Oh yes.
Were you wearing corduroy?
I'm like, no, I just tasted it. I'm like, this tastes like corduroy.
Really?
You didn't
Yeah.
look out some corduroy that weekend, I
Yeah.
guess. I don't know.
All right.
So yeah, it just brought me back.
It took you back. Let's see what you got on
That's
this one.
funny.
See if Larry still has corduroy on
So,
this one.
how's the smell?
That's such a different kind of beer, man.
Yeah.
Smells terrible. It looks good. The nice creamy foamy
Yeah,
head.
I mean that nitrogen really. If it wasn't for the nitrogen, I don't know if Guinness would be that great. And I don't know if you guys, anybody, if you've ever heard this, but people who get Guinness from Ireland, they act like this isn't the same thing. That
Really?
this isn't a real Guinness.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And then
think
if
I've
you've
heard
ever
that
had the
exact same thing.
international Guinness, like I've had that if I ever travel overseas.
Yeah, you'd mentioned the
You travel
international.
overseas, they only have like the local beer, and then they'll have like that international Guinness.
Really?
Or they'll have Heineken. For some reason, those are the
right.
only beers that travel internationally.
So what you're saying, we haven't hit that Ireland threshold here in America.
Apparently not, because I've heard it. I've heard a couple times where people say that, like, "Oh, you like Guinness? Oh, you don't like the real Guinness."
So now you mentioned Heineken. Now I'm getting that on the front end, right? I'm getting kind of that bitter,
That
kind of
foreign?
that foreign,
Strange
that
taste.
stranger
Heineken,
things.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. It tastes like farts.
It does, or
It's a
or
fart.
It's kind of an armpit on the back.
Yeah,
end. Yeah.
It
I had a
hits on the
Heineken
back end.
once
does.
and was like, no thanks, never went back.
It was my beer of choice before I was
Yeah.
into craft
It,
beer.
did not- it was
I
mine
loved
too.
it.
I went through a Heineken phase.
Me too,
Yeah,
man. I was
yeah.
all about the
I was
Heinies.
all about that.
I call them
Heine.
Heinies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
man.
it's because you got Heine's in the fridge, right?
Somebody's hiding, it's drowning my icebox. Somebody
Oh, dude, you're
Oh,
right.
man. You just took Larry
You're
back,
right,
man.
dude. Weezer was singing about Heinies in the fridge the whole
Yes.
time.
Man, that's nostalgic
Goodness.
for Larry, man.
no,
That's
just
where I
remember-
thought you got that term. was
I've
from
never
Weezer.
I've never thought about that. That's
I mean,
hilarious.
Heinies were a thing, man. That was the saying.
Somebody's Heinies in my icebox.
Yeah, it's crowd in my icebox.
Oh man,
That's great.
You just took like a mashup between Heine's and like what Grandma used to call the refrigerator, the icebox.
The
What
icebox.
grandma used to call your butt? Heine. Who else is calling it that but your granny?
Exactly. Well, you better go wash that Heine.
All right, Larry. So where does this fall on the smell scale?
Oh, dude, all right, you have to bring me back. This is going to be
Yeah.
off the Richter. This one's so different, dude.
I gotta get you to do it.
This is way off
You've
the
got to tell
Richter.
me what's on the smell scale.
I don't know. I'm
Oh,
not smelling
man.
I don't smell anything.
You know what I'm getting? I'm getting leather boot. Is that on there?
Leather's on here, I think.
Yeah.
Heat induced
I don't
leather
know.
smoked bacon.
Definitely not bacon.
Yeah, it does have a bit of a sour.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm
smell.
smelling just like malt.
I'm getting some
Yeah.
like nodes. Like I don't know what it is.
I'm almost thinking resinous.
Where's that at?
And the vegetal, the bottom of the vegetal, because it smells.
Like resin or wood?
Yeah, it's like a.
Oh, that's a
You know what I mean?
fair statement. Yeah.
Like think about some sap on a tree.
Yeah, like you just walk up to a tree and start smelling it.
Oh, y'all don't do that?
No.
No, okay, it's just me.
Just you, Larry.
All right, guys. So I'll read this and then we'll rate it. So,
All right.
swirling clouds tumble as the storm begins to calm, settle. Breathe in the moment, then break through the smooth, light head to the bittersweet room.
Bittersweet.
Unmistakably Guinness from the first velvet sip to the last lingering drop, and every deep, dark, satisfying mouthful in between. Pure beauty, pure Guinness. Guinness Drought or Draft is sold in kegs, widget cans, and bottles. The APV varies.
We got those
from,
widgets.
So, but the APV varies from 4.1 to 4.3.
It varies from weak to equally weak.
So what is it? Drought? Guinness Drought? This one?
It's draft. You know, like when
Or
you go
draft.
like, oh, let me get a beer on draft. That's how you spell it.
Okay, that's okay. All right, thanks. for
I just don't know if
spell
I'm
checking.
not saying it right.
don't know
You
either.
know what I mean? I
I
always
couldn't
say
tell.
draft. I almost say it like you're drafting a fantasy team.
Right, that's what I'm thinking.
but
yeah.
that's how you spell it.
Okay. Well, they have an average rating of 3.78 on Untappd.
Which is weird because I mean I can't. I'm not gonna give it that high at all.
Yeah,
Like,
it's,
I'm not. To
it's
be
not
honest,
bad. It's just weird. It's just
not-
a different
yeah.
kind of beer.
I don't like nitro stouts.
I love nitro stouts,
Even
but I
the
want.
left hand, I didn't like it.
Didn't like it?
No, I don't like
that
the-
one's good.
Really?
I don't like the weirdness of the nitro. It gives it like this weird lightness to it, and it gives something weird on the back end that I just don't enjoy. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I'm gonna finish this beer because it's in my glass, but
Do you know
What
what
do you
it
got,
gives it? No, what it gives you is that unmistakable first velvet sip. That's what that nitrogen gives you. So it doesn't matter what beer you have. I think though that like a good strong stout, like this one's 4%.
Yeah.
Like, can you give me like a 10, 11% APV
Yeah.
with this velvety smoothness on the top? That might
That
be
would
really
be a
good.
hitter.
That,
Yeah.
That'd be a hitter
I
right
don't
there.
know.
Hitter right there.
maybe it's the dryness of it that I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I'm surprised on the ABV on this one.
No, I'm not.
It's just a different beer, man.
Yeah.
The stouts are normally not made this way. And I wonder what the APV would be like in Ireland. This
what I'm
this
wondering. Are they-
mythical creature that's
It
over
is.
there.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
man. That's what I'm wondering. Are they hitting at the the 8 or 10%?
Yeah, I don't know. It's not bad though.
I don't know. I may be the wild card on this.
I'm not
one,
mad
but-
at it. I
Yeah,
like it, but I
mean-
just don't drink a lot of them.
Right. Yeah, it was definitely a mystery box.
Yeah,
tonight.
I mean, I don't like to be mean, but I'm gonna give this one like I'm gonna say a 2.
Dang.
But let me
So-
ask you. Oh, go ahead,
No,
Larry.
you go
I was
ahead.
just gonna say. Let me ask you this though. This is not necessarily considered like in the craft beer scope, right? This is outside of. This is not craft beer. This is more of
I
the.
think it's craft. I guess we would
large
probably
distro.
call it it's international. So
Okay.
it's an international beer, kind of like Corona.
Okay.
Try to think of
Some of
something
your
that's
other
not like a
imports,
Mexican
right? Like
lager.
some-
Yeah, an import
Yeah,
beer.
some
That's
of
what
your
I meant. Like
imports. Okay.
it's an import beer, but I don't know like if you go over to Ireland if they would
Yeah.
consider it a craft
domestic.
beer,
It's
or
gotta
if it would be a domestic.
Yeah, it's
to
got to be
them.
considered a domestic in Ireland, right?
So, according
Yeah.
to the American Brewers Association,
Okay.
they defined a craft brewery as a small, independent, and traditional.
Oh, Guinness
According
would
to
be-
these terms set by the Brewers Association, Ireland's Guinness Brewery still wouldn't qualify as craft,
Okay.
even if they were founded in America.
Okay, an interesting.
Dang.
question.
So it has nothing to do with them being overseas.
It has nothing to do with them being Irish, huh?
Nope.
They're not just
Nothing at
hating
all.
on them because they're Irish.
No, no KGB
Nope.
behind this
No.
one. No.
Not this time, my friends.
It's the gypsies. They're working. they're working with was it the BA Association?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you guys gonna give it?
All right. Larry, you had something on
I'm
the tip
gonna-
of your tongue over there.
I'm gonna give it a 2.5, man. It's not bad.
Yeah,
It's not good.
it's got me kind of scratching my head.
I liked it the first time I had it, but I
Yeah.
like the weirdness of it, and I like beer that tastes like beer. This doesn't taste like beer.
Beer.
Yeah, beer.
Beer.
See, I think it does taste like what I think of like an American light lager, Like that's what it gives me, that
Right.
remnants of it, and that's what I don't like about it.
Yeah, you
Really?
think your mind's kind of playing tricks, right? You think you're drinking
Yeah.
a stout, but it's kind of giving you that.
It's giving me this weirdness that
Yeah.
to high school
Confusion.
brings back that I don't like.
You think you're drinking a stout, but you feel like you're drinking cookies and milk. You know what I mean? You got that smooth milkness.
Smooth.
Dip
Now-
a
It's
cookie in there.
creamy, man.
No, I will say Guinness. I mean, I've purchased it, and I'll purchase it again,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
only for Irish car bombs.
Oh,
the Irish car bomb
We know you love Irish car bombs.
Is good.
Yeah.
Where the Guinness is great.
Pretty sure I've seen
Yeah.
Joe.
Dude,
had
they're
a few
great.
of those.
Really?
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
they're
Where?
so good.
At that
I'm-
after Oktoberfest.
Yeah, we did
Yeah.
it there. I've done them at the house just for fun.
Yeah.
Dude, they're good. They're just a really
Where
good
at
drink.
after the October?
So we ended up at that. What's that little bar and
No,
restaurant?
we
McKinney?
went to the pub.
The pub.
Oh,
in
okay.
McKinney.
And you had
Yeah.
one there.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, I do remember now. You did.
Yeah,
Yes. okay.
I think he had one of everything that night at the pub.
And actually, I think it might have been after the taco tour.
Was it?
Maybe
did he
that's
have one
why.
of the
That's
tour?
why,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
'cause we ended up at my sister's after.
We went to
the
his
pub.
sister's after that. Yeah, yeah.
That's right.
It was after the taco tour.
Yeah.
So-
because
so
that
what-
did him in. Now they said it, that killed him that night.
Man, it did him in and murdered him, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, what's up, Joe?
Yeah.
What do
so
you got on?
I'll give this one
Boomer?
a solid 2. Boomer's got a 2 on this
So
one.
we're
And
giving it a
Untappd.
2.
Look me up. Boomer
Man.
_ on Untappd.
I can't believe we did him so wrong, man. Guinness.
Yeah, man.
I mean, what can I say? I'm not trying to be mean. I'm really not. I'm just.
St. James.
Yeah.
Saints
than-
by service.
We didn't do.
I
Did
don't-
we do the final reading on this thing? Or yeah, I mean, I guess that's it.
I tried to
That's-
read what was on the can, but it seemed really similar to what he read from the
Well,
website.
okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm like,
Alright.
yeah. That
Yeah, we'll
doesn't
just
need
leave
to
it
be
there.
said.
Leave it at
Yeah,
that.
we'll leave it at that.
All right.
It's cookies
so,
and milk, bro.
Yeah.
It's cookies and milk.
So we're gonna move on to one of Larry's favorite games. It's Dudes and Brews, believe it or not. Okay.
Right on.
Ooh.
So this one's gonna be a little bit different than the ones that we've done in the past.
Okay.
Okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to tell me, is this story real or is it fake?
So is the story itself something that's been told, or did you make it up?
Nope. Is it like
Is that what
is
you're
it
asking?
like a satire? Like is it something I found on like The Onion, or is it like a real true story?
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Let's do it. It's hard to
So-
tell nowadays. I'm still talking. I almost went Australian. I
I'm
said
gonna give
nowadays.
you. All I'm gonna do is read you the headline, and then you gotta go off the headline. Is it real or is it not?
Okay. Let's
Okay.
do it.
Woman faces felony charges for forgetting to return Sabrina the Teenage Witch VHS tape 20 years ago.
Seems
Faces
so
felony
outlandish.
charges.
A felony charge.
So this wasn't the series. This was the movie. The
This was
original.
from the
Like
no.
Blockbuster?
This was the TV show.
She
from like 20 years
she
ago.
rented the show.
That
Like
should
with
be the crime.
with Melissa Joe Hart, right?
That should be the crime.
I think there was a movie first, but felony charges?
She caught a
How is
felony,
that
bro,
a felony?
for
I mean,
Sabrina.
I guess the late fees racked up enough fees over the years that
Yeah,
I
because
think it has to be like
hits-
$5,000.
once it
It's
hits
a
that
felony.
threshold, it becomes a felony.
I'm gonna
Oh,
say-
is there a certain
I'm gonna
point?
say it's true.
So she was in Texas, which
Yeah.
is dumb. So from
Yeah.
what I understand after reading this, it is true.
Okay.
She went to change her driver's license, and they said that she had an issue in Oklahoma.
That's where things went wrong.
Yeah.
You know, if Texas is like, bro, you gotta go work things out in Oklahoma, and then they're like Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
So
Got the VHS
they caught her
charge,
with
bro.
felony embezzlement. is what they got her
Embezzlement?
with.
That's
How-
racketeering,
How
man.
is she embezzling money?
That's
Don't-
crazy.
Did she like
understand.
work for Blockbuster and like stole the movie, like kept it?
They didn't
and
give her
then
a bonus
found-
that year,
and
so
they
she took
found
Sabrina
out.
with her.
Yeah, I just don't see how that could be
True, Joe?
embezzlement.
Yeah, I mean, apparently it's a true story. I mean, the charges got
What,
dropped,
for the
but
value of $58.59?
well, because I thought, now you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought that as a video store,
Okay.
I charge you
Yeah.
late fees, and at a certain point, I'm no longer charging you late fees, and you bought that video for like $40.
Well,
Isn't
this
that
is the key.
Netflix model?
That's the key right there, dude. I think she worked there and she took it. She stole it. So they considered it embezzlement because you're taking from the resources of the company you're working for,
I can see that.
which made it embezzlement. Oh, do you scroll back up? You see it in the underlined. It really was the animated right there, the TV show. According to court documents, she was charged with embezzlement of rental property that she willfully, unlawfully, and feloniously embezzled a certain one video cassette tape. So she, in broad daylight, put that VHS in her purse and walked out.
What world are we living in?
And then they must have filed a police report, and then nothing ever happened of it, and now it's haunting her years later.
She just had some warrant on her record when she went to go get
She
her.
moved to Texas and landed the free.
I mean,
And they were still on the hunt. They had a sheriff out looking for her.
yeah, when you cross state lines, that's a fish. That's a fish. Like, I mean, okay, has anybody ever skipped rent and like the renter come after the tenant? I mean, they hit you on your cred report. They don't send the FBI after you.
Well, it's not embezzlement if you don't pay your rent.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's a
Yeah.
civil dispute.
Oh,
It's when you
okay.
work for a company, if you steal resources
Property
from them,
from the company.
they can say that you're embezzling from them. Anytime you're taking their resources,
Yeah.
it's embezzlement.
Hey, CBS, keep the monitors out of there for that carton of cigarettes I took on our separation.
Oh, dude, they're still looking. Was that in Oklahoma?
No,
They hold grudges over there,
I don't know
dude.
where that was.
Definitely seems that way.
So you work for CVS,
I went for a long time. Yeah.
and then on the way out, you took a carton of cigarettes.
May or may not. May or may not.
May or may not have, allegedly,
Allegedly.
accusing himself of it.
There was, I don't know. I mean, I don't know who was doing inventory that night. I think it was somebody else.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Them camels, though, man. Just kidding.
What? Okay,
They were
so
the Turkish camels.
so apparently she wasn't the first person to face charges for VHS. It says in 2016, a North Carolina man was arrested for failing to return a VHS cassette he rented in 2002.
Freddie got fingered.
That movie was so stupid.
The movie was dumb. Tom Green.
Dude, when I was a kid, I loved it.
Oh yeah, as a kid, when it came out in 2002, it was great.
Oh, when I
But,
was a
like,
kid, that was the greatest thing that ever happened.
8 years later, I said this was so stupid.
Yeah, dude, I showed my girls because they were. I don't remember what.
No, you didn't show them that
no,
movie.
I
Okay.
showed them, but what I showed them
totally
was just as bad as the movie. So, like when he's like does the zebras in America, and at the end,
My hooves.
yeah, I was like,
My
listen,
hooves.
listen to my hooves,
yeah.
listen to my hooves, and I was like, kept telling them that I'm like, y'all are gonna think this is hilarious. Watch, and I pull it up, and then like, remember he like gets his jaw ripped off,
Oh,
and he
yeah.
gets pulled behind a car.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to stop it, like, never mind, never mind.
Oh,
Charity's like, I knew whenever you started talking about that was a bad idea.
When he goes,
Terrible idea.
She never seen it.
Okay, so I think that one's funny. Like that little clip because he's like, the zebras don't like us because our half human bodies, and the humans don't like us because our half zebra bodies.
right.
So stupid.
Listen to my hooves. That movie was great, dude.
Anything that passes for comedy, I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
So yeah, this one was real.
Okay.
Real stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, real stupid.
Can't believe people are catching
I mean,
charges.
dude, hey, you do the crime, you pay the time.
That's right.
So it
So
did say
carton
that they.
cigarettes or movie, just saying, just saying.
Just saying, man.
So it did say that they ended up dropping the charges, but in
Alright.
order to get it taken off her record, she still has to like go to court and hire somebody to help get it taken off. Her
Yeah,
record.
because I'm sure that like the people who filed the charges 20 years ago got a notice of court date, and they're like, oh no, dude,
That was
you know
20
what
years
I
not worth
mean?
my time.
We don't even leave our home anymore. Like, we don't have that video store. That was
Yeah,
old news.
We're digital now. That's loss prevention, man. Like,
We're digital.
Or their mom and pop and really need
That's
that,
what I mean. They were
that
like
$60.
They were a
Yeah.
mom and pop store. Well, now they're like got a notice and they have to get an attorney, and they're like, we can't afford an attorney.
Right.
yeah.
So they just gave it up,
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I can see that exact same thing.
Yeah.
settled out
It's
of court.
crazy. It's true though. I mean, I to
Yeah.
think to the level that they went through to try to, acquire their goods back.
I mean, think about it though, dude. If you had a little mom and pop video store in Oklahoma, and one
Yeah.
of your employees, which is like, these are small country towns.
Yeah.
You know that person, you take it personal
You
whenever
do.
they leave or steal something from
Right.
you.
You ain't getting my
They took it
Sabrina.
personal and they filed a police report.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
You-
seems that way.
You're
Yeah.
Not, you're not, walking away with Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
No.
Nothing, bro.
They knew.
Oh,
They knew.
new merchandise available, and this stuff is amazing. We've got a few awesome designs. We even have all new pint glasses and stickers. You know you want one of those glasses. I mean, you already drink a beer while watching the show anyway, so you might as well support the show and put your beer in one of our glasses. The link is in the description, so hit that link and pick up something from us today. Make sure that you use the code DUDES10 at checkout to receive 10% off your order. Again, that's DUDES, DUDES 10, the number 10, 10, at checkout to receive 10% off of your order. Now, all right, Larry,
this
show. One's for you. So you said we're doing a new segment. So what's on Larry's phones? What's on Larry's phone? So go ahead and explain some of this to us.
Right.
We got a couple of things that you sent us here. So this is first one. Go ahead.
Oh,
And explain
okay,
this
so
to
the
me.
first thing that I found on my phone, and I didn't find it on my phone. I found it and then put it on my phone. Is this? Can you scroll to the top? What's it called? Fast food fighters. So what I thought would be really cool is let's do like a Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat type thing. Let's look at these fast food fighters and let's put them up against each other. So we got the first one, which is Ronnie from McDonald's. Look at Ronnie, and then who's he going to go up against? Who's next?
He's gonna go up against the next guy.
The Burger King. All right, so battle one, we got Ronnie versus Burger King.
Oh man.
What are you thinking?
I think Ronnie's about to take a butt whooping
You think?
from the king.
Okay.
Could happen.
What do you think King's bringing to the table?
Yeah. man.
What do you think, Joe? What's the King bringing?
I mean, it looks like the king is. I mean, he is a king of some kind, so he's a ruler of a nation. So he's gonna have some sort of like intimidation factor.
Okay.
Okay.
He's got the respect of the people.
Right.
Yeah.
But as most kings, I would say he's really good at ruling over a kingdom, but I wouldn't necessarily say he's good at battle.
Oh yeah,
What do
'cause this
you
is
normally
hand-to-hand
have?
combat.
Yeah, in
Okay.
hand-to-hand combat, he normally
He's better at delegation.
yes, he
Yeah.
normally has an army fight for him.
Yeah.
But in this in particular picture, it does look like he has, I would say, some brute strength. And the
Yeah.
only reason why I say that is because if you look at his foot, the way that
Look
the
at those
ground is kind of
ankles.
shaking
Yeah.
when he steps.
Oh, dude.
So I think that he has some sort of brute strength, and I would say his brute strength is probably in his legs, as toothpick as they look.
I know. That's what I was about to
Those
say. He's
ankles,
got
bro.
chicken legs.
No, I mean he's got those John Jones legs.
He has to have like metal cuffs hold his boots on because they slip right off those pencils.
Because he has no calf.
He's got no calf.
Got those John Jones
He has
calves.
to shackle him down.
So all Ronnie has to do is do a sweep kick, man. He's good.
No, but okay. So I'm gonna give you my assessment on both of these, and then you guys can talk about it. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
So if I go back to my boy Ron over here.
Okay.
Ronnie.
Yeah.
So Ron
Look at that fro, dude.
is a SoundCloud rapper.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's exactly
All
what
right,
he is.
SoundCloud rapper.
And what he does is he has what I would say magical or like wizardry powers,
All right.
and he fights you with his words, and his words become weapons.
Oh.
Like
Oh,
actual
man.
physical weapons. Like when he says something,
Yeah.
you see like actual swords come out in the sky, and like it's like a, I don't know, like in Street Fighter when he shoots like fire out of his hands.
Yeah.
He says some sort of rap lyric, and whatever he's talking about actually comes to life and like shoots across the
Okay.
screen. It's like
Dang.
maybe like some swords or some knives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But I want to tell you something about Ronnie though, man. He's got that like
Stop. You're
man, he's
all
got
right,
that he's got
go
that
for it.
watchdog look, right? So you see those strings going behind his back?
That's I'm
I
wondering
think-
what those strings
yeah.
are in his
I
finger.
think he's got like some sort of like man just deadly yo-yo hanging behind his
Oh,
back.
I
you know, the
like
string-
that.
Yeah, this yo-yo that just pow. You know, he can still be a SoundCloud rapper. That's all good and kill him with his words, but he's got a yo-yo back there. His suspenders are chilling down here. But man, he hits you with that yo-yo, you're out. I don't care how big your ankles are. He's done. What do you got, Larry?
I mean, he very well could be like Eddie from Tekken and do like
Yeah.
like what do they call it?
Cabo.
It's like a
South
break
America,
dancing.
like Brazilian breakdance fighting.
Yes.
It's like
yes,
Cabo
dude.
Yes, you know
Lera or
exactly what I'm
something
talking
like
about.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Eddie.
He's got the skills.
yeah, I know Eddie, dude. I'd
got
pick
the
Eddie.
skills.
If you pick Eddie at Street Fighter and that's your normal person,
Tekken
or
but
Tekken.
Tekken, come on now.
Yeah.
If you normally pick Eddie, don't ever fight that guy because he's really good with Eddie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Eddie's got some cheap stuff. And
Dude,
it's
I
like-
love
yeah.
playing with Eddie.
Yeah,
But most
man,
people
come
don't
on.
play with him.
I love
So-
playing with him. He's fun.
Man.
But
Anyway.
yeah, I mean, I'm with you guys. I'm gonna say Ronnie takes this one. I don't know how he takes it. I think he could bust out those yo-yos, and I think he can
Yes.
break some ankles. I think he could spit some rhymes.
I think so too. Man.
I was trying to think of a clever rhyme that he would say that would like finish off the king.
Man, you want to supersize?
know.
You want to smile with that?
He says, I mean, he just what's that new thing that some of the rappers do where they make that like machine gun noise? Yeah, there you go. And then just bullets are flying.
Oh yeah, you're
bullet
right.
yo-yos, yeah.
You're right. He's
don't
doing
think-
that.
yeah.
He's yo-yoing and
Yeah.
then
I don't
snapping
think the
ankles.
King stands a chance against
Nah.
that sound. Yeah, that machine
But
gun
you,
King's
but
out.
you got to talk about the king. I mean, the king can't be just a worthless character.
Oh,
You
yeah.
got to tell me what he
Yeah,
what
kind
he
of
can
power
do.
do you think the King's
I bet
got?
he's got power in his legs.
What he can do. The power doesn't come from his legs. Those little things have to hold up the weight and the power of his upper body.
True. Look at those shoulders.
I know that you guys are probably wondering what's in his right hand.
I am
And you
wondering.
should be wondering that
Okay.
because it's just a burger. He's actually not equipped for the battle,
At
and
all.
Ronnie takes him out.
Okay, so
all
I
right.
kind of disagree with you. So you got to go a little bit more elaborate here. So I think that his right hand, you can see it's covered by the cape.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why he has this like WWF like animal and gosh, what's the other guy's name? You know, the New Age, or they're not the New Age Outlaws, but they have the shoulder pads here. There's got to be a reason why the shoulder pad is only on one side.
The Bushwhackers?
No,
Dude, there's those guys from like the 90s or the 80s.
Yeah,
that
they
was
had
the
the
thing
shoulder
that-
pads with
yeah,
the-
they're
with
the
the spikes coming off
Bushwhackers,
of 'em.
man.
no, that's not what I'm thinking of. I think they're called the Road Warriors. Yeah, the Road Warriors.
Was that their name? I always called them the Bushwhackers.
Nah, it's
Man,
the
those guys look gnarly.
Dude, I've been calling these guys the wrong name forever.
years.
no, it's Animal and Hawk.
Okay.
Those are names. But anyway.
Oh, the Bushwhackers are they look similar, but they wear camouflage clothes, and they do this thing like, ooh.
Okay.
Right on.
Yeah.
But there's a reason why he has this on this side, and that's because he has a bionic arm.
Oh.
So it's kind of like Jack's, but it's
Yeah.
just one arm, so it's
Okay.
one side.
That's cool.
And I will say it's not just that one arm. I'll say half of his body
Yeah.
is bionic.
I mean, look at that other foot.
And
Yeah.
I'm thinking that this arm is similar to, say, like the Iron Giant, where he can like change it into like a gun and like shoot stuff out of it.
Okay, so you think that he's back in the battle?
Yeah. Do you think he's?
I mean, I gotta say, I mean, you gotta make it worth everybody's while to get in here and watch this fight. You can't just have one guy just destroy. 'cause
I just
then-
feel like we're in a tournament and there's
story's
other
not as
fights that
fun.
need to happen. So, like, let's
to
move
move
on.
on to
But
this
yeah,
one.
yeah, no, I'm with you.
he brought it back though. He brought King back.
He did bring King
Yeah,
back, dude.
yeah, that's
you were
cool.
you were the one that got us on board with let's just kill off the king.
Yeah. Then you.
and
brought
then
us
you're like,
back.
wait, we can't just kill him off,
Yeah.
guys. We got to give him some
he
respect.
has to fight a little bit.
Yeah. He's got like that Terminator.
No,
vibe
I'm with you,
going
dude.
on.
I think he might have that bionic arm,
Yeah.
or bionic right hand, the whole right side of his body.
Yeah, man.
So with that being said, who takes round one?
Man, have you guys seen that movie Army of Darkness where he has that like
chainsaw for an
on the
arm?
right- Yeah, chainsaw.
I think
for an
of
arm.
that, and
would
then I
be
think
legit.
of Planet Terror.
Oh, you're talking
where
about
she-
Evil
Yes.
Dead? Evil Dead.
Evil Dead. What
Yeah.
did I say? Yeah.
No, the Army of Darkness was,
Army of-
was
that
the
was
last
one of the Evil
Yeah.
Dead ones. Yeah.
But I also think of Planet Terror, that girl that had like a gun for a leg.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
That was over the top.
So who did we pick for the win on this one then?
I'm gonna let y'all go for this one.
So round one, I'm actually going with the king.
I'm still sticking with Ronnie because I love.
So you got to be a tiebreaker now.
all right.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to go with the king because
Okay.
Joe's right, man. If you
Yeah.
got a bionic arm, it doesn't matter how skinny your legs are.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't
You can
matter.
have the
And you know what? They
tiniest
might be
ankles in the
so
world.
thin because they are just simply a metal rod.
Yeah.
Oh, possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
So that could be
True.
it.
So here we go. Round two.
All right. What do we got on this?
We
one,
got
Larry?
Wendy.
We got
Okay.
Wendy.
We got
Famous
Wendy,
Wendy.
who has the power of ginger.
Okay, she's got ginger.
Dude,
power.
gingers they have
Yeah,
powers.
they do.
I mean, that means she has no soul. So how do you actually kill her?
Okay.
That's the thing. I mean, that's what's famous about gingers.
Okay.
They have no soul.
I have a ginger wife, even though she's not redhead. She's still ginger. So
thought
I got
you
to
had
stand
to
up
be
for her.
redheaded, pale, with freckles and no soul. I mean, that's
Well,
Those
here's
are
the
the
thing.
qualifications.
You can be redheaded. You can be redheaded with like brunette hair. So it depends on.
Interesting. I didn't know there were different.
yeah. I don't.
variants.
I disagree with that, but okay.
You don't think so?
No, you have to have red hair.
Ginger?
It goes, if you don't have red hair, then you're not a ginger.
All right. Well,
Right.
what makes you a ginger?
Ginger kids. Children with red hair, light skin, and freckles.
I think it's just
No soul.
I think it's just,
Okay, you're right. She's not a ginger.
it's just the red hair.
It's
Yeah,
just the red
it's
hair.
just the red hair.
No, there's
Yeah.
other. They're really pale
Right?
skin.
Let's look it up.
All right.
Definition.
Look up what is a ginger.
What's a ginger? I think it's just the red hair.
I think it has to do with the freckles and the pale skin.
Oh, what do we got?
Ginger person. What is a ginger?
Look, it's red hair and freckles.
All right.
Okay.
Pale skin,
skin,
freckles.
skin.
Boom! Just like I
Bright
described
red
her.
hair. Okay.
Yeah.
But where's
they-
the no soul in that?
Oh, that's what that. Larry didn't like me bringing it up, so I don't know if I should.
Bring it up. I'm curious.
Wait, bring up.
This disease is called gingivitis, and it occurs because ginger kids have no souls.
He
No
says
soul.
they have no soul. So
All right. That's
But,
fair.
uh,
I
so-
can get with that.
Wendy.
All right. Yeah.
All right, so
we'll-
we got Wendy.
So
Okay.
so go ahead and figure out her
I
powers.
mean,
before we
look at
figure
her
out the next
hands
step.
first of all. Look at her fingers.
Oh,
That looks like
yeah.
she's got some sort of metal knuckles,
Yes.
metal fingers.
I think she's got the
Wait.
Freddy Krueger vibe going on.
I was gonna say, are they
with those-
fingers or are they
yeah,
blades?
Like Freddy
Okay, she's
Krueger.
got finger blades.
It's almost like Baraka, right? But instead
Yeah.
of arms, it's
Yeah.
just the fingers.
And when Brock had them like kind of come out of his forearm.
Yeah.
And then
something
like
like
Yeah.
with her those pigtails.
Like Lady Deathstrike. Do you know who that is
I
from
do not.
Marvel?
Mm.
It's Lady
Oh,
Deathstrike.
Yeah. And those pigtails.
She's
come
she's
alive
like
Medusa.
she's similar to Wolverine where she's been part of the like Weapon X program,
Ah.
but her fingers or her fingernails I think are like the Wolverine blades.
Blades.
Okay, I got you.
She's pretty cool.
All right.
So very similar vibe with the hands. I
yeah,
like that
so
idea.
we got a little bit of a
Yeah.
Lady Deathstrike going. She looks mean.
Yeah, I think with that stare, she could light you on fire. With the no soul.
Yes.
That's just the look.
I think she's kind of crazy in the head.
She's got the look that'll defund any police department. That's all I gotta say.
No doubt.
Things get defunded
Yeah.
quick
Yeah.
when she's
And-
on the scene.
I say with those long legs, she uses those long legs, and I would say those long legs work similarly to like Mr. Fantastic, where they're kind of stretchy,
Okay.
and she just stretches them out there and slaps you in the face with them. You know what I'm saying?
She's got a lot of like attack moves, dude.
Yes,
She's got a lot of attack
she's strong.
moves. Yeah.
All right, so that's Wendy
All right.
All right.
versus battling. Who's she battling here?
Oh no! What happened? Okay, no,
right,
not
here
pants.
goes.
Okay,
Jack,
Oh man.
your
the-
boy Jack.
Jack's
He
got
is-
some mysterious moves. I feel like.
he's a ninja, dude.
This makes
a
me think of the
ninja, bro.
Ninja Gaiden.
yes. Look at him. He's
Dang,
traveled
that's-
far. He's traveled some lands.
Yes, he has, and he's acquired many skills
Yes.
during his travels. Oh man, I
Dude,
feel
does he
like-
have lasers in his eyes?
Dude, he's got
Dude,
laser
I'm-
eyes.
I'm looking at that blade like that. That's a tectonic blade, bro. Like a.
Like
You know
it
what I'm saying?
causes
Come on,
earthquakes.
what- yeah, like it
Tectonic
causes-
plates.
Yes.
Okay,
What did Joe
so
have to
hold on.
look? It's what do you
So
call
it's
it?
not laser eyes.
What, dude?
It's
what
a
is it?
light, which means he's actually a cyborg.
Ooh.
Okay, that
And
explains
what it is
the head.
his eyes are lighting up because his like cyborg body's turning on. And then I don't and what I would say is you're gonna think this is really stupid. Okay, are you ready
Okay,
for this?
we're ready.
So his head
Mhm.
is
Come on.
it's an actual head, but
Yeah.
his body he's actually in a suit.
Yeah.
What he
so
has, it's
just the
almost
head.
like spider legs that come out of the head.
Yeah,
and
dude.
those legs go inside of like the top to control the body itself.
Yeah.
So even if you destroy the body, he's actually still alive.
Still alive.
Okay. For a second, I was gonna say you're right. That was stupid, but then you kind of brought me
Brought it
home
back.
at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, like I can imagine that head like kind of connecting. It's like, and it snaps into
Yep.
like a bionic body.
Yeah.
and you can destroy it. It doesn't matter.
Kind of reminds me like of Men in Black, of that little tiny like alien inside the,
Yeah.
human, the head or whatever. Yeah.
Very
Like,
similar.
He's the one controlling this person. It's so weird.
That's exactly it. That's
I think
exactly
the
what's happening
eyes
here.
Are like would freeze you to death. Just one look and see the color of the eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, I
he's
like that
got
idea.
freeze
He's got
sight.
frost sight.
All right, so let's think about it. If we have someone who's got a body that's pretty much invincible, can be cut off and not hurt,
Okay.
a head that has frost eyes,
So it's got to be headshots only in order to kill him.
but then you got to
yeah, he's
break through that
vulnerable.
that hard antenna ball shell.
It's
It's made out of foam.
That's right.
It's made out of
Yeah,
foam.
that's right. It's a one vulnerability. He's traveled many.
That's his
distances.
kryptonite.
Yeah.
It's like it's not a hard shell.
It's his kryptonite, but it also helps him travel well when he loses his body. He just hops on an antenna and rides across the country.
Oh my god.
He's like free hitchhiking.
I like it. I like the backstory here.
But who's gonna take who in this match, though? That's what
I mean,
wanna
I'm
know.
saying Jack takes this one.
Do
I
you?
want him to win because I like his powers more than Wendy's.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Oh man, I don't know.
What do you think, Boomer? We're gonna let you settle
All right.
this one.
Am I gonna be the tiebreaker here?
You're gonna
or
settle the
it?
score here.
All right. I'm going to. I think it's gonna be a hell of a fight, right? I think Jack's gonna come in initially and like scuff Wendy up in the beginning.
Scuff her up. Oh my god!
But I think Wendy's gonna pull a surprise move, man, with those pigtails and just
Okay.
do Jack in. I don't
Oh,
care
does
how
some
many
fancy
antennas
stuff
Jack
with
has
the- okay.
ridden it on. I think Wendy's gonna do some fancy footwork.
Is she gonna use her fingers or her legs that stretch?
It's gonna be those legs, dude.
Okay.
Yep, and that soulless red hair of hers.
It's unfreezable.
It's
Her hair
unfreezable.
cannot be frozen. It's already ice cold.
See, exactly.
Yes.
Wendy got
So round 3
it. All right.
would be Panda.
Oh, he's
man.
thick.
Now,
Yeah,
He's a
he is.
thick warrior.
the only problem that I have with
Dang.
this is that I can't get Kung Fu Panda out of my mind.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
either.
this has already been done. It's just he's got weapons.
Well, that Kung Fu Panda was a Jack Black who like made noodles on the side. That was his job. He was a noodle maker.
Okay.
Indeed.
This guy is a true warrior.
Okay.
Look at him.
Okay.
He is thick. He
Yeah.
is strong. He just sets his blades down and they smash into
This
the
dude
ground.
ain't making noodles on the side.
He ain't making
He
noodles.
ain't making
he
noodles,
makes
bro.
people into noodles.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Transforms them. Shreds them up with those two swords.
Yeah, he does.
So I just think he's just uber strong. He's
Okay.
just super strong, powerful, really well with the swords.
So that means that he's
Yeah.
going to be really strong. So if we were playing a video game, he takes a lot of hit points down. But I would say
Yeah.
that with that, he's probably a little bit slower,
yeah.
Yeah.
right? Isn't that and normally how those guys work?
You ever play like Soul Calibur?
Yeah.
You know, like the big guys on Soul Calibur?
Right.
They're slow, but they hit you one time, half your health. Is
Right.
gone.
So,
yep.
yeah,
I'm thinking
you're a
like
quitter.
four hits and you're dead with this guy, but
Yeah.
you can move out of the way because he's kind of slow.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. That's fair.
All right. Well, who's he fighting?
Yeah.
See who he's going to be paired up against here. See if we can. Here we go.
Oh,
Man.
The Chihuahua.
the El Chupacabra himself.
What is this dude bringing to the table right now?
So to me, he just looks like a mercenary.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey,
I'm confused.
He's a mercenary, kind of Navy SEAL.
Yeah.
He has a lot of hand-to-hand combat training. So
Yeah, he's got
he's
some military training.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
the military character in the game.
Okay. All right.
You know, there's always like a boxer
so
and
he
a
may
military
have
character.
some strategy behind his stance here, but you go up against Panda, you ain't walking away from that fight.
So I would say I really like this matchup because I look at it as very strong and slow versus
Yeah, agile.
medium strength but extremely fast.
medium?
Well, I wouldn't say like
medium strength.
Well,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say like super weak. I wouldn't say
Yeah,
it takes
I
1,000
would.
hits to kill him. But I would say that
Okay.
he is one of the weaker characters.
Yeah.
But he's the fastest character.
He's fast, but what are his abilities? It looks like he can call someone. He's good. He's good with the radio.
Look at
He
those
can call in
ears.
an airstrike or something.
That's about it.
Honestly, I think that he's just really good at like martial arts. Like he's an all around, like I would say, kickbox slash
He's
Muay
a
Thai.
sleeper, bro. He's a sleeper.
But he's really,
got-
really fast.
Yeah, he's got some
Okay.
serious moves.
So it makes me wonder what's going to happen because obviously, if he gets hit, death. But
Yeah.
Exactly.
but he's fast enough to get out of the way. So does he actually ever get hit? That's why I think this matchup's intriguing.
I think you just got to catch him on the phone if he's not paying attention. You know what I mean? He's
He's
texting
done.
and driving, calling. What I'm wondering is, what is he thinking about in that upper right-hand picture? Look at that and be dead serious and just be like, what is going on with this guy?
he's thinking I'm about to get my ass kicked by Panda. Is what he's
No,
thinking.
that's his face off, his like stare down picture. Like, you know, when they come up and
Yeah.
they do face offs, that's what his face looks like when he's facing off.
All right. So what you're telling me is Chihuahua's about to get murdered.
I think Chihuahua's dead.
I think so.
So
too.
both y'all are going with
Yeah.
Panda?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to go with Panda. I'm going to say, though, that Chihuahua's going to call in like an airstrike or something. But Panda's just going to buckle down and take it.
I think so,
He'll just
too.
take it and
Yeah.
take the missiles.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I think we got an odd number, dude.
So problem is we only have one more, so we're gonna have to try to figure out something else with our. We're gonna have to try to figure something else out. But this is 5 guys.
That or okay.
How many rounds have we done so far?
3, so we'd have to do
rounds.
one more round in order for the tournament to continue.
3. Yeah, because you have to have an even number.
Yep.
So who's 5 guys going to
What
fight?
about Subway? 5 guys gets.
Brian would say Subway. This dude loves Subway. I'm telling you, he's got
Can't help
stocks
it.
in him.
Who's gonna be their
I was thinking like the Colonel.
the Colonel?
Oh wait, the Colonel's on here. Where's the
Where's the
Colonel at?
Colonel?
He's next. Now go to. Oh.
Oh,
Whoa. Okay.
Whoa.
I didn't see these people. Okay.
I'm about to. All right, so let's just do this. We'll do Popeyes versus 5 guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Popeyes versus
Ooh,
5 guys. This
man,
is
Popeyes
Annie
looks
too.
cool.
I didn't even know Popeyes had a mascot. Did you guys?
I didn't.
Named
I-
Annie. Have you ever seen a Popeyes commercial or anything?
Yes, it's like the Southern lady that does all the cooking.
Oh yes.
Is this her? Does that
Yeah.
look like her?
Yeah,
Yeah,
similar,
that's
short
her.
hair, smiley face, black skin. Yeah, looks just like her.
Yep.
I have not seen a Popeyes commercial.
Just say it. Yeah.
I mean,
That's her.
Yeah.
I've seen her. I've seen their commercials before.
yeah, where she's like,
Love that
you,
chicken.
you need to get some of that, some of that firecracker shrimp.
Yeah.
You know,
It
I
made
mean-
it feel like you were home.
I
man.
remember
with that
ba-
red beans and rice.
back in the old school, whenever I watched like commercials on TV, there was the Popeyes commercials that had that guy go.
Oh yeah.
I don't know this lady.
really?
I just remember
Yeah.
him going Louisiana fire. It had that like
geez.
that New Orleans
Yes.
sound in his
That
voice.
Nolans?
That
I
Nolans.
just feel like you're in a comfort zone with this commercial every time it comes on. With,
Oh,
with
you-
Annie, like you
yeah.
just feel like, oh man, I'm at home.
You're trying to marry into the family.
I am.
So-
You see her
I
and
am.
you go, man, we should be family
We
members.
should be.
We got a
family.
little look at the battle here, though, guys.
Yeah,
All
you're
right,
right. You're
yeah,
right.
you're
We're
right.
not.
I'm
We're not
getting
eating
back
chicken and
to the fight.
boudin. We're
I'm
not
on
eating
Popeyes
corn.
now,
Yeah.
though. Like,
Not getting that red beans and rice. I mean,
man, that stuff
not
is
mad at it,
the
but-
bomb. Okay.
so
we
Annie, she's
Annie.
got like, I want to say it's a rocket launcher of some kind, but then I
Yes, that's
also
what
want
I'm
to say it's a
seeing.
robotic dog. I can't tell.
It almost looks like a robotic arm that she's like holding like this.
Oh, okay. I can see.
You know
that.
what I mean?
I can see that.
Oh, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, she's like
Okay.
holding it up.
and
But
she's happy about it.
it
Look
could
at
do
her
some,
face.
it could do some stuff like shoot missiles or something though.
Yeah, but who's she got? Remind me who she's going against.
She's going against Five Guys.
She's going against 5 guys.
She's going
No,
against-
no.
Which we'll take a look at 5 guys in a minute, but right now we're doing Popeyes, so
All
let's
right.
see what's up with her.
Well, yeah, whatever she's doing, I ain't mad at it because she is super happy. Look at that smile. She just had some Popeyes chicken and some red beans and rice, and she is good to
Some
go.
boudin.
She's got some beans in that bazooka. She's about to hit you.
She shoots red beans.
She shoots
Red beans and rice. Gets them in the eyes.
Oh my gosh.
she
No,
does.
so
Spicy.
You don't want none of that, man.
so I see this as a very similar to like Jax's arms, where she punches the ground and causes earthquakes.
Yeah.
Because she's really
Okay.
strong in that one arm. I would say that if you get hit with that one arm, it's more power damage versus the other arm.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
yeah.
I don't mind the fact that you can maybe shoot the fist off at somebody. Like the
Ooh,
fist shoots
yeah.
off as like a rocket.
You sure about
Maybe
that?
you could do it like a kind of like Scorpion almost, where it's got like a chain attached to it, so
Oh,
he
no,
shoots
I could
off and
see
comes
that.
right back.
Yeah, I could see that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's almost like Mega Man. Mega Man's
Yes.
arm. Yeah.
yes,
yeah.
that's exactly what I'm
Yeah.
thinking of. Yep,
Okay.
Okay.
yep, it's Mega Man's
Cool.
arm. Okay,
All right,
All right.
cool. So far she's on my winning list
okay,
Okay. With the
versus
red
5
beans and rice.
guys.
because I saw the 5 ninjas and I wasn't too impressed.
You're not impressed with these guys?
Versus 5 guys. Now,
I mean, this is
All
literally
right.
5 guys.
Yeah.
so
okay.
they are ninjas, and I would say
Ooh.
it's like a special attack
Okay.
where you have like, I don't know, you know, in like Street Fighter where you fill up that bar and then you can do something fancy.
Yeah.
The fancy move is bringing in 4 other guys to help do damage. And if you're able to execute that finishing move, it is what it's called. It's a finishing move, and it kills
Yeah.
the person.
See, that's kind of the route I was going. See the mirrors right there? I feel like they can like time shift or
Ooh, I like
shape
that idea,
shift
too.
inside the mirror and come out at a different angle to finish them. Like,
Ooh, I
man,
like that
yeah.
as a move. Jumps in
As
the
a
mirror
move.
and then
Yeah.
pops up behind him or something.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
I like that idea.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool, huh? Yeah, that's what I got on these guys.
I don't know if that's enough to take out the Mega Man arm.
Yeah, I don't know if it'd be enough, Larry. I'm not
So
sure.
No.
Popeyes wins it.
I mean, to me, just throw a box of biscuits and a couple of those guys are getting distracted a
Well,
little bit.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I'm gonna stick with
There's
my
shrimp.
5 Guys though.
Five Guys. Okay. I'm thinking with Popeyes myself. So
Okay, you going Popeyes?
I'm going Popeyes.
So we'll go Popeyes. So
right.
looks like technically round 1 of the tournament has been finished. I think we should continue this in later episodes. We'll continue with the
Yeah,
tournament.
We'll
Yeah.
continue.
So
yeah.
right now we have the King versus
Yep.
Wendy,
Okay.
and you got the Panda versus
Oh,
Popeyes.
this gonna be some good fights.
So make sure to continue to tune into the show because next week we will talk about it and we will see who prevails and who continues on. And
right.
Yeah, if anybody knows anything about us, who knows? We might not even remember what their powers are. They might have new powers. Who knows?
They
World
may
is our
transform
oyster.
yeah.
I mean, this is
Transform
all cut off the top of our
completely.
heads, so I
That's
can
right.
imagine it for sure.
Bro science.
For sure.
Yep.
So it looks like you sent me one more thing that was on your phone, Larry.
Oh yeah, this is
So
something.
talk us through this here.
So this is just a little something I ran across. It made me die laughing.
Oh, yeah.
I've watched this thing probably about 10 times.
Did you fart in the ring, man?
Yeah,
You did?
yeah.
Bro, it still stinks over there. What did you eat?
I don't even know.
Yes, you do. What did you eat?
So I probably ate some eggs.
Yo, hold up that check, man. I know you're getting money out here. And yes, you just won, and it was that easy. Was it a simple win, and are you going to maybe
$500?
change your diet with that
You're
money?
gonna change your
Nah, I'm
diet.
still stay the same.
Brother, that shit is disgusting, man. Maybe go see a doctor.
Look at the beginning. Look at how sicked out they are. They are far away from that ring and they are smelling it.
Dang.
that is great.
What?
And he admits it, man. The guy says, "Yeah, I farted." He's like, "Wait, bro, what did you eat?"
Yeah.
So I've seen videos
Dang.
of people like crapping themselves in the ring and stuff.
Yeah, but not just a fart. Come on. Crapping is one
dusting.
thing. I understand why that would stink. This guy farted, and like people that were 15 feet away were sicked out.
Yeah.
I wonder
Yeah.
what his corner was like.
The guy interviewing him said, "It still stinks over there, bro."
Yeah.
Like the
man.
fight's over. He's moved on to interviews.
Like I don't know if you've ever let one loose that caught you off guard like that, but man, it's just like, hey, don't go down that aisle or don't walk over there. Do not.
Where
do
you
it.
feel bad about the person
You feel
that,
yeah, you're like
that,
oh,
that you just dusted
man.
up.
Yeah, that's a crop dusting.
So do you think that that's the schmo though?
No, I don't.
It looks just like him. It sounds like him. Doesn't look like him. It sounds like him.
I don't think so.
Yeah, show me a picture of the schmo here.
It looks like an old schmo.
Nah.
See, this guy's kind of came into his character.
I don't know.
See how he's kind of came into his character?
Nah, this dude's jawline is way more defined.
Well, yeah, go back to the other dude. Well, this other dude is like younger. I mean, it's older. And he's a little out of shape.
I mean,
see
it could be. I'm not sure.
I think it could
What's
be,
up with
man.
the leather gloves though?
That's another thing.
no,
that's
it's
a
like
schmo
rubber
thing.
gloves. It's like,
why
he
is he
didn't want to
wearing
mess
this?
with the shit all over the place.
Oh, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
like the
I don't
cleaning lady.
know.
I don't know. That
I'm
could
kinda
be.
having a
yeah.
hard time with it, but it could be. I'm not saying it isn't.
Bro,
All right.
it still smells over there.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do another game here. This may be the last one for this one, but we're gonna do top to bottom.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna rank some movies. Are you familiar with the Farrelly Brothers?
Tell me something that they did.
So the Farrelly Brothers are a team of directors.
right, and they're
Okay.
brothers.
Yep.
I got that part.
Did you figure that one out? So they've done actually a lot of really good films. So
I'm just trying to think of
Most
something
famous
that
for
they've
comedies.
done. Okay,
So
yes,
most famous
I
for
know. I know them.
Dumb
yep.
and Dumber, the Shallow Hal, Me, Myself, and Irene.
Yep. Yup.
So we'll look at what they've actually directed. And some of these I haven't seen, so we're not obviously going to do them all, but we'll do the big ones on here. So Dumb and Dumber, Kingpin, There's Something About Mary,
Right.
Me, Myself, and Irene,
Yeah.
Shallow Hal, The Heartbreak Kid.
Stuck on You. Remember that one?
That's so stupid.
Yeah, that one was stupid. Fever Pitch. I didn't know they did that one.
Fever Pitch was good.
Yeah, that was a good.
I
good
worked.
flick.
I worked at the movie theater when that came
Really?
out. I never saw it. I just knew it was a romantic.
was-
It wasn't
it
it
was
like
like a
Drew
rom-com.
Barrymore and what's his name
Yeah,
from the late night show now? Fallon.
Fallon, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Jimmy.
didn't know that was from the same guys.
Yep.
I
So
might
they've actually
actually
put out
watch
a
that.
good amount of movies in their most of them are good.
So a coworker and I actually busted out laughing this week, and we talked about There's Something About Mary because we just both lit up. We heard something and we're like, Franks and beans.
Oh, yeah, yeah, dude.
Like in synchronicity, perfect. It was so funny. Oh man,
Yeah.
Actually, man, that's
He's
that's
like,
some
man,
good
well, how the hell did you get the beans above the Franks, man? Is it
She
the
actually
Franks or the
She
beans?
pulled that clip up so we could start laughing.
That was
at
the
it.
best
It was
clip of
so
the
funny.
movie. Is it the Franks or the beans?
Yeah.
Well, how the hell did you get the beans above the Franks, man?
That's the best part of the movie right there. Yeah, the rest of the movie was
Dude,
kinda
Green
dull.
Book is really good. I didn't know they did that.
haven't
That's
seen
not
it.
even,
I
that's
haven't
not even
seen
a
it.
funny
I haven't
movie at
seen it
all.
either.
It's really good. You
Really?
guys got to watch it.
Okay.
All right.
Click on it. I'm going to show you who the dudes that's in it. They're both like really good actors. But it's about this like, yes, those two dudes.
Okay.
One of them, Viggo Mortensen.
Yep.
Huh.
And then the Mahershala Ali. So what it is like Ali plays this guy who's a pianist.
Okay.
And then back then, like to drive around a black guy like that
Oh, it
was
was
like not status
unheard of.
quo,
Right.
especially since like you know, Vigo, he's just some Italian dude, and they did a great job at making him like so stereotypical Italian.
Awesome.
Okay.
And he just does any job that he can for some money. So
Yeah.
he gets this gig of driving around this pianist.
That's awesome.
And it's just like this really like weird race tension between an Italian and a black guy back then.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then, you know, the black guy's like, you know, you don't really understand what it's like in my kind of life, like driving me around. And the Italian dude's like, what's going on? Let's just do it, man. We're just going to do it, you know?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
And he's like,
do it,
no,
get
you
it
don't
done."
get it. You don't know what it's, you know, you don't get it.
Right.
Because people aren't cool with me being a pianist and
Right.
doing what I'm doing. But so he just drives him around, and it's just a really cool
I think
dynamic.
it's cool they're
dude.
going against the status quo. I mean, I love that.
It's a
kind
great
of,
movie,
yeah,
man.
that storyline.
Yeah.
So if we're looking at these films and we were to rank
Okay.
our top 5 films, what are you guys putting at number 5?
Number 5 being
The number 1 would be number 1,
okay.
the
Okay.
best.
5 being the lowest.
So you just
okay.
do your top 5.
I'm gonna say that if anybody throws out Osmosis Jones, there's something wrong with you.
So I will say, Osmosis Jones was not bad in the sense of being able to put in, like, visually see what your body goes through.
I don't remember Osmosis Jones.
So it's
Nasty.
somebody
Really?
gets, so basically Bill Murray gets like an infection of some kind. And I think it's
Will Smith, I think.
no, I think it's Chris Rock.
Oh, it is Chris Rock.
That
yeah, yeah.
is
Osmosis.
a character in his body. Like, it goes to a cartoon, and it's these things inside the body to like help fight off the infection. And you see things like these bouncers at a club, and their antibodies keeping like germs out.
okay, he's trying to sell the movie right now.
Well, no, because I just like visually it makes me just go, okay, cool. So that's how your body kind of helps
Yeah.
fight infection type
Yeah.
thing. So I think it was good for its time. It does it stand the test of time? Not at all.
okay, all right.
I'm gonna have to just go based on the movies I've seen. I haven't seen a lot of these.
Yeah.
I know what some of them are, and I have never desired to see it. Kingpin, I think I saw it once, but I don't think it's as great as everybody says it is.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
you need to watch it again.
I've seen it. I've seen
Everybody loves Kingpin.
It is
Yeah.
super well written.
All right, so for number 5, I'm gonna go with Shallow Hal.
So I was gonna do the exact same thing.
Okay.
Oh man.
I was saying Shallow Hal for number 5 as well. Got a really good message to it. Some things are funny.
Is that the one with not Rob Lowe?
No, this one's with Jack Black.
Or not? Oh yeah.
I don't know if he gets like hypnotized or something.
I don't remember
where
what
he
happens.
sees
Oh,
people
yeah.
for what they are on the inside.
Yeah, on the inside.
Everybody
yes.
else sees them what they are on the outside, and they're like unattractive people
Yeah.
to like
Okay.
the
Yeah.
world's standards.
I have seen that one. Yeah.
And he's like, nah, man, these people
I mean,
are
the idea
beautiful."
doesn't make sense. So it's like outside you're really unhealthy and really obese, but inside,
inside
you're in
attractive?
shape.
Well, it's because inside you have a beautiful soul, so I'm seeing your soul as a beautiful person.
Okay, so it's like I'm not. It's almost like it's personifying something that's not physical. It's
Right.
like I see
Yeah.
something in you that's not physical, and I'm gonna make it physical.
Kind
'Cause
of.
that's what's
yeah.
weird to me. It's like seeing somebody from the inside. It looks different than seeing somebody on the outside.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe I'm getting a little too
I don't know.
philosophical
I
on
could
this one.
I
You
could see-
you are. You got to look at it more surface level, as
Yeah.
in like I see them having a beautiful soul, so I see them as a beautiful person rather than seeing them as the
But I can totally get
Personally,
behind that.
they
Like becoming attracted to the characteristics of somebody versus what is
No,
on the
like the
outside. I
idea
can
of the
see
story is
that.
great.
Yeah, I could see that.
It was
So
good.
to keep it in, with the podcast, I guess I'm gonna go with Shallow Hell for my number 5 pick as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you're
Okay.
going with number 4, what do you guys got here? Because I'm thinking, as funny as you guys said it was, I haven't seen it in a long time, so maybe it's like recency bias. But I'll say Something About Mary's coming in at number 4 for me.
I'm gonna go with. I'm trying to just count them down. I should write them down. So I got my number 1. Number
it's kinda hard
2.
to do the
Number
countdown.
3. Okay, so we're on number 4. I'm gonna do Dumb and Dumber number 4.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, it was funny. I liked
That
it.
low? I was thinking this would be higher than that.
I mean, it was funny, but I feel like there's a couple other ones on here that I thought were funnier than Dumb and Dumber.
Okay. Dumb and Dumber to me is just super quotable.
Yes. one
When he's on that motorcycle,
yeah.
Harry!
Yeah.
that was one of the best.
No, when he comes back, he goes like, and you he goes, so you're telling me you sold it for a moped?
Yes.
Like, you leave, you come back,
Yep.
you totally redeem yourself.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
just when I think you can't get any worse, you totally redeem yourself.
Yeah.
By
Then he
far
hops
the-
on the back.
Yeah. One of
It's
the best.
that,
movies.
or when he goes,
Hold that plane! Sure, you can't go in there. It's okay. I'm a limo driver.
he runs off, like that has anything to do
One of
with
the
you being
best.
able to park
And I think for me, it's the time frame. It's the era, man. I just like that was my go-to. That's a top contender for me.
Really?
Dude,
Yeah.
it is for me too.
So my number 4 pick is going to be Heartbreak Kid. I love Ben Stiller and Jennifer Aniston in this.
It's not Jennifer Aniston, it's somebody else.
In Heartbreak Kid?
I've never seen this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Jennifer Aniston.
No,
Isn't it?
this girl has a flat face.
Really?
What?
Let's see. I thought
What? What a random way to describe somebody. Flat face. Like, I don't know anybody with a flat face.
Except for this girl.
Let's see.
Hold on, let's see. Are you talking about freaking what's his name? Ron Reynolds' wife?
No. I don't know what this
Oh,
girl's
yeah.
name is.
Okay. It wasn't Jennifer Aniston. that I
Maylee
was thinking of.
Ackerman.
Hold on, click on her. Let's see who she is.
She's been in a lot of stuff, but
Yeah, I can see the flat face, but yeah, I see where you're coming
you
from.
see, she got kind of a flat face. I'm not saying anything bad about it.
It was way far out. Like the storyline's kind of out there, but I just that's my number 4 pick.
She's from Watchmen. 27 Dresses. I have no idea who this person is.
Yeah.
Never seen this movie
Okay.
either. So this is one of your tops, huh? What's this movie?
Well, it's yeah,
I mean, it's okay. I would call it a romantic comedy.
yeah, it's a rom-com, classic.
I like
rom-com.
Ben Stiller a lot, though.
Yeah, I would too.
It's a classic film. They go on vacation. They get tripped up into a bunch of like weird stuff that happens, and the vacation doesn't go right.
yeah,
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Classic.
I mean,
yeah.
it's
Yep.
like a lot of, I shouldn't say a lot, a few of Ben Stiller's films, similar to like Along Came Polly.
Yeah, well, that's the one I was thinking of. Was Along Came Polly with Jennifer Aniston. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Anyway.
it's not bad.
No,
It's not.
it's one of those that you could watch on a hangover day that you're recovering from.
Right.
And just,
So number 3, what do you guys got?
okay.
Oh, so for number 3, I had There's Something About Mary.
Okay.
I thought it was hilarious.
I'm going with Kingpin for number 3.
Oh man. Okay.
Bill Murray in that movie is so good.
It's been a while since I've seen Kingpin, so I'm gonna go with number. Oh man. So, yeah.
I mean, they've done a lot of pretty good movies, to be honest.
Okay. All right. I got it now. I got it.
What you got?
So I'm gonna go with number 3. There's Something About Mary.
Something About Mary at number
Yeah.
3. Yeah, I need to watch it again because I remember bits and pieces. It's been so long since I've seen it. I don't even remember bits and pieces. I don't even remember this Frankenbeans thing that you got to talk about.
That's the best part of the movie.
I'll have to check it
Remember,
out.
like he was peeing in her bathroom, and it was like a throwback to when he was younger.
Yeah,
and
he
it
was
was
like taking his
prom.
prom.
He had his
Yeah.
prom, and then that song
And
was
he-
like,
and he gets
"Why
stuck.
do birds suddenly appear?"
Yeah.
And he starts looking out the window and
Yeah.
gazing upon her, and then He just zips it up so hard.
I don't understand how that happens, but yes.
The funniest part was because it had that shock value where it like had a
Right.
build up and then
Oh,
it showed
yeah.
it, and then you're like, oh, and then whenever the other dude's freaking out,
Well, how the hell did you get the bees above the flag?
Fire department in there,
Yeah.
and everybody's like, oh,
whenever they
man.
unzipped it,
Yeah.
that still hurts me.
I can
Yeah.
only imagine.
Yeah.
That's about the only part I remember from the movie.
I remember the weird guy Woogie at the end who like had the shoe fetish, stole all of her shoes. That was
Yeah.
weird.
I did
Things
not
got
see that
really
coming.
weird. Yeah.
I did not see Woogie coming.
So number 2, for me, I'm gonna say me, myself, and Irene. I think Jim Carrey did a phenomenal job in this film. He basically played 2 characters in a movie.
Yeah.
And he played them simultaneously. Like, he would switch from one to the other and back and forth and flip-flop. I
Yeah.
think he did a really good job. I think it's an underrated acting job.
Oh, I agree.
That is
on his part.
absolutely my number 2 pick. I laughed hysterically in this
It's
movie.
so good.
Me too, dude.
hard.
This is actually my number 2 as well.
Yeah.
and I
I'm
actually
so
thought
glad
it,
we're
and
all
I
on
thought
board.
it was one of my favorite Jim Carrey movies of all
Mine
time.
too.
Dude,
Even
it's
that
up there.
time where he's beating up on that cow on the road, and he's like pulling his own. I had no idea what this movie was. I remember seeing it at a friend's house, and I had no idea, never heard of it before, and I was dying too. I'm like, what is happening?
Dude, me and 2 of my brothers went and saw it in theaters at the bottom theater, the Majestic off 121.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And we're literally the only 3 people in the entire theater.
That's awesome.
The entire theater watching this movie, just laughing our asses off.
Oh, I
Yeah.
laughed so hard in this movie. I mean, from start to finish, this
Yeah.
movie is so funny. It's so
Even
good.
like the way that they directed it with like that old school Southern narrator,
Oh,
almost
yeah.
like Babe, like
Oh,
Babe,
yeah.
Pig in the City or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
Babe
yeah,
would
yeah.
always have like that narrator. It's like, no, Babe was a kind pig.
Yeah.
It's like they did that same narrator with
And
him,
his
and
son?
that made it
Yes.
perfect. Oh, dude,
It's
that
lift versus drag of a rotation.
there was a, that was what made the recipe, man. It was the narrator,
Yeah.
the weird character, and the
Yes.
weird role of being like that whole Rhode Island police officer, and then him
Right,
having
yes.
3 black sons that were
Yes.
just like complete opposite than him.
Right.
Yeah. Daddy.
And he was like trying to relate with them while
Yes.
watching Richard Pryor.
Oh, yeah. I want to watch this again.
Dude,
It is so,
it's so
funny.
good.
Dude, that was
So
good.
good.
That
Yeah,
was
this is a
good.
good movie.
This was gonna be my number 1 for the longest time, but I switched it last minute.
I'm
Okay.
glad that we all put this one up
yeah,
there.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
So that leaves Dumb and Dumber for number 1 on my end.
Really? You think
Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber is better than Me, Myself, and Irene?
It's just it's way more quotable, and when it's quotable and I can say something, just a random line in whatever situation it is, and somebody else can relate to it and laugh with me,
Yeah.
it makes it just a little bit
Yeah.
better.
I've been right in line with Joe the whole time, man. So I'm going with Dumb and Dumber as my top pick.
Really?
Yeah.
Yours too, huh?
It's nostalgic for me, man. It was man,
So funny.
It was, yeah.
Kick his ass, Seabass!
Yeah,
like,
quotable. I remember like that was just I don't know, man. It had me from the get go. Like that was my jam.
Samsonite. I was way off.
Yeah. What is it at the end where he's like, yes, yeah. So you just make me feel like a little schoolgirl. Like,
Yeah.
Another Jim Carrey flick, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man.
Yep. So my number 1, I went with Green Book. And I think it's honestly probably because the rest of them are all comedies, and I don't necessarily like comedies that much anymore.
Okay.
So I loved them for their time, but
Yeah.
now I'm into more of like the serious storytelling.
All right.
And I thought
Yeah,
Green
I
Book
can
was
see that.
really good. Like it was a really good movie.
Okay.
And I love a movie that makes me really believe in the characters. So I think
Yeah.
even Me, Myself, and Irene, like I really
Yes.
believed that he was that guy.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Had,
I'm
good
like-
personality. Yeah.
Yes, I'm like, man, this guy is like could do no wrong.
Yeah, and I got to give it to Renee Zellweger as
Oh,
a supporting
yeah.
actress. I mean, she took a lot of his crap. Like,
Yeah.
man, pull it together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Renee, I forgot
They
about-
did really good together. Wasn't
They
wasn't
did.
she in Liar Liar with him too?
Was she in that one? Now that was another good film, but I don't remember Renee Zellweger being in it.
Are you thinking it's his ex-wife?
No, not his ex-wife. The ex-wife in the movie that
trying to
that she's
remember.
doing the court scene over.
Oh no, that's not Renee Zellweger, but
know
that
who I'm
is
thinking
someone
of.
who looks like Renee
Yeah,
Zellweger.
who is that? I'm
She has like a
curious now.
mole. I remember she had
I
like
think
a
she
dark
does,
mole.
yeah.
Maybe.
That was another one of his good films.
Yeah,
That-
Liar Liar is really good.
He's just a damn good actor.
Yes.
Thanks for saying it again. I forgot what it was as soon as I said it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I have to watch Green Book.
Yeah, I've never
You're
seen
making
it.
me,
You
since
guys
you
need to
have it
watch
at
it.
number 1, it makes me want to watch it now.
Oh, that's not Renee Zellweger. I see who it is. Mara Tierney?
No, it's Jennifer Tilly.
Jennifer
Jennifer
Tilly.
Tilly?
Okay.
Click on her. I think she played in the Bride of Chucky.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah,
that is-
I don't
okay.
like that. I don't like her.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, she played. In
I'm
a
not
few different
either.
Chucky
Yeah,
films.
she was the Bride of Chucky.
Yeah.
Remember, she even turned
Yeah.
into a doll.
Yep, I do remember that.
I never saw it.
I worked at another movie. I worked at the theater, or where I worked at the theaters when it
Yeah.
came
Oh,
out.
okay,
So
I
I
gotcha.
don't think I ever watched it either. But
That was her. She just had blonde hair, different
Right.
hair.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Well, fellas, this one that wraps this one up. Appreciate you
fun.
guys coming out again. Everybody, make sure to follow us online.
Yeah, man.
We'll have our individual Untappd in the description. Make sure to follow us. We're always posting new stuff. So follow us on Instagram and Untappd @_Dudes&Brews. But we're out of here. We've got new merchandise available, and this stuff is amazing. We've got a few awesome designs. We even have all new pint glasses and stickers. You know you want one of those glasses. I mean, you already drink a beer while watching the show anyway, so you might as well support the show and put your beer in one of our glasses. The link is in the description, so hit that link and pick up something from us today. Make sure that you use the code DUDES10 at checkout to receive 10% off your order. Again, that's DUDES, DUDES 10, the number 10, 10, at checkout to receive 10% off of your order. Now, we appreciate you guys tuning in for another episode of Dudes and Brews. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever platform you're on, we're on there. We have a YouTube channel, Dudes and Brews. We would love if you would subscribe there as well. If you are subscribed and you want to help us out just a little more, unsubscribe and resubscribe again. It sounds funny and stupid and kind of obnoxious, all of the subscribing and resubscribing and stuff, but it helps in these little algorithms games for like climbing the charts, because again, we are organic and we are where we are because of you guys.
yeah, we really do appreciate your support. Shout us out. We really do love it when you guys interact with us, when you add us, mention us, put us on your stories, tag us, all that fun stuff, all the stuff the kids are doing. We like grabbing that stuff and we put it up for you guys. So we appreciate you so much. Keep having fun, drinking them brews, hanging with them dudes. Tune in next week for another episode of Dudes and Brews.